We had a report on Saturday morning from a member of the public that they'd found a body in a wooded area in East Harling in Norfolk. And the investigation is that we have an 83-year-old male who was found deceased at the scene, and the cause of death looks like knife wounds. This is a kind of thing that doesn't happen very often. It's very early stages of this brutal murder, and our major investigation team are investigating the matter. As soon as we have further information or anything else we need to release to the public, we will do so.
On August 5th, 2017, in Norfolk, United Kingdom, the lifeless body of Peter Wrighton, an 83-year-old dog walker, was discovered. The police initially suspected that he may have been attacked by an animal due to the severity of his injuries. Peter was found to have been stabbed 45 times in his face and throat. A murder investigation was opened as authorities sought to uncover the truth behind this heinous crime. Security footage was released to the public showing Peter shopping on the day of the attack. He appears at ease, dressed in a black t-shirt and dark trousers, carrying items to the checkout and paying for them with his wallet. The police released an e-fit of a suspect they wanted to talk to. After witness statements were collected from locals in the area, they described a man who was spotted at the same location, appearing suspicious, around the same time Peter was murdered. Who was this man? Shortly after the e-fit was released, police received a tip-off from a member of the public who identified the man as 24-year-old Alexander Palmer, a local resident from the area. This was a breakthrough in the case. The person who identified Alexander Palmer was actually a psychiatrist who had previously treated him. This psychiatrist raised concerns about statements made by Palmer during their therapy sessions. During his military service, Alexander Palmer was a victim of an assault that resulted in physical injuries. The traumatic nature of this event seemed to have had a profound impact on him, leading to the development of mental health issues. They informed the police that Palmer had discussed violent ideations on multiple occasions, often specifically mentioning the use of a knife. Palmer expressed a disturbing desire to harm innocent individuals, attributing these thoughts to a voice in his head he called Little Alex. The psychiatrist's revelation provided crucial information for the investigation. The police arrested Alex shortly afterwards, and he was brought to the station for questioning.
Just for the purposes of the DVD, Alex, can I get you to introduce yourself, please, with your full name and your date of birth?
Alexander Hobbs Palmer, born 8th of the 9th, 93.
Thank you. Is there a different Alex?
Times, yes.
Okay, who's he?
He used to manifest himself as a physical hallucination, but now he's just a voice.
Is he still with us?
Yes.
Is he here today?
Yes.
Where is he now?
What is it in my hair?
He's there, is he? What, behind you, or?
It's... yeah, like it's coming from behind me, but also in my head.
So was Alex there that day? The other Alex?
He's always there, so
He's
yes.
always there, so he would have been with you, okay? Was he? Do you remember him talking to you on that day?
No.
You don't?
No.
But you say he talks to you every day?
Yes.
He's there laughing at you?
Laughing.
But you say he doesn't tell you what to do?
No.
He doesn't force you to do things or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Alex explains that he is haunted by a voice laughing at him. This condition resembles command hallucinations, which are auditory hallucinations that instruct a patient to act in specific ways, typically linked to psychotic disorders such as schizophrenia. These hallucinations manifest as disturbing sounds, voices, or noises that don't exist in reality. However, Alex stated that this voice was not present on the day of the murder.
Tell me about your registration plate, because that's unusual. What's the story behind that?
That's what my Catholic grandmother-in-law keeps saying. It was
What,
just
with the 666?
yeah.
Okay. How did you come by that registration plate?
My mum got it for my birthday.
Okay, so is there any significance to the numbers?
No, just
No?
that I'm a little devil, and she's just...
Was that the joke, was
yeah.
it?
During the police search of Alex's home, they came across his car parked in the driveway, adorned with a custom number plate bearing the numbers 666, commonly associated with the sign of the devil. Alex explains that this was merely a light-hearted joke from his family, who playfully referred to him as a little devil. While it's important not to read too deeply into this, it does raise some concerns from an optics standpoint, considering he is currently being questioned in a murder investigation.
As I said, an e-fit was prepared from a description. Have a look at that. What would you say about that?
That's a pretty good likeness.
e-fit, short for electronic facial identification technique, is a computer-based method utilized to generate facial composites of wanted criminals by incorporating eyewitness descriptions. In the case of Alex, the e-fit produced was remarkably accurate, leading the police to identify him as a potential suspect.
What sort of knife is it, Alex?
The one you see there.
But what's its purpose?
To look good.
During the search of Alex's car, the police discovered a knife among his belongings. It is important to note that carrying a knife of such size in the UK is illegal, which further adds to the suspicion surrounding Alex's potential involvement in Peter's murder.
Can you explain to me why your DNA is on that man?
I'm afraid I can't without knowing.
You don't need to know. It's irrelevant where it is. You say you haven't met him. Why is your DNA on him?
For instance, I could have lost a hair follicle and it caught on his shoe. That's just me speculating, but without knowing, I couldn't venture a guess.
Okay.
Or explain.
Although Alex's DNA was found on the victim and vice versa, the levels detected were within a range that could be reasonably explained. Alex also claimed that the DNA found on Peter's body may have been a result of him and the victim crossing paths in the woods that day.
How had you seen that image?
On the news.
On the news? What, on television news?
No, on my phone.
On your phone? So going through, okay. Had you taken an interest in it?
I had, because it said East Harling, and I knew East Harling.
Yeah. Did it say the date?
I think so. Guessing it would have, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you not think at any point, I would have been there on that date? No, I didn't think about it.
Despite being aware of the police appeal for information about the murder through news coverage, Alex did not come forward with any relevant details, even though he was in the vicinity at the time.
Do you not think to yourself, actually, I was down in the woods at that point, I better phone in and let the police know?
And say what?
Say I was there. As other people have been doing, many hundreds of people have been doing, phoning in about this murder.
Yes.
That's normal behaviour, isn't it? To phone in, I was there. Either you saw something or didn't see something. So what, can you tell me why you didn't phone in?
I didn't think about it.
See, I would suggest to you there's nothing random about it. You have an interest in knives and weaponry and militaria. You have an interest in dissection, in killing. It's not random.
No, but it's...
You've got an interest, haven't you?
I do.
You have a fascination, don't you?
I do.
There's nothing random about that, Alex.
No, but it's...
You collect weapons, you own weapons, you've been in the forces, you know the tactics.
To me, it just seems...
You know how to kill somebody, don't you?
awfully
You've been
convenient.
trained. See it from my point of view, where I'm sitting. How does this look?
It looks suspicious.
Oh, it's more than suspicious, Alex. I'll ask you again, were you involved in the murder of Peter Wrighton?
No comment.
Despite a lengthy interrogation, Alex maintained his denial of any involvement in the murder. However, based on the substantial evidence gathered against him, the detectives concluded that they had enough grounds to charge Alex with the murder of Peter Wrighton. During Alexander Palmer's trial at Nottingham Crown Court, the prosecution emphasized notes made by Palmer containing references to violent thoughts, while the defense argued that suspicion alone was insufficient to establish guilt. The defense also raised concerns regarding the lack of substantial DNA evidence linking Palmer to the murder. Alex maintained his denial of murdering Mr. Wrighton. However, after deliberation, the jury reached a unanimous guilty verdict. Palmer, dressed in a dark suit, expressed his disagreement by shaking his head when the verdict was announced. The judge sentenced Alex to life imprisonment.
Former soldier Alexander Palmer, seen here on military parade, is now serving a life sentence for a crime he repeatedly told medical experts he was going to commit. His family say that mental health services missed chance after chance to prevent the killing. According to them, he started suffering from paranoid schizophrenia after he was attacked by a colleague.